In this problem, we're going to evaluate the expression by plugging in the values x is -4 and y is -5. We're going to make sure that we use parentheses around these numbers when we plug them in so we don't lose their value. So you're going to see here I have -3x squared, which means -3 is getting multiplied by something squared. That something happens to be -4. So you want to make sure you put the negative and the 4 inside the parentheses. I'm going to bring down the minus sign, and then y is cubed, and y happens to be -5. You're going to cube that. Make sure that is also in parentheses because you're cubing the negative and the 5. Once you plug everything in, after that, you're just going to follow the order of operations. So the order of operations tells us that we want to do exponents first, which means we're going to do -4 squared, and we're going to do -5 cubed. -4 squared is -4 times -4, which is a positive 16. And that result is going to get multiplied by the -3 that we didn't use yet. This minus sign is still coming down to still be part of the problem as well. And then we're going to work out the -5 cubed, which is -5 times -5 times -5. Once you multiply that, you'll still get a negative number because a -5 times -5 is a positive 25 times another -5 is a -125. So notice that the answer I got here was negative, and I placed it inside the parentheses, and I also brought down the negative sign from the original problem. You don't want to lose those. Then I'm going to simplify by getting rid of these double negatives and just combining them to make it a plus 125. I have -3 times 16, which I'm going to do over here because we're not using calculators. 6 times 3 is 18. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. You have a -48. And right here, since these numbers have different signs, I have a -48 and a positive 125. I'm going to subtract and take the sign of the highest number. The highest number is positive, so I know my answer is going to be positive, but I have to actually do the subtraction. Since I can't take 8 from 5, I'm going to borrow from the 2. It's going to become 1. I get 15, and 15 minus 8 is just 7. I can't take 4 away from 1, so I'm going to take 4 away from 11, which is really just 7. So I'm going to get a positive 77.